We are joined now by the Godfather, Cincinnati's Dontay Corleone. And Dontay, you got a huge game this week. The first Big 12 game for the Bearcats. Oklahoma's coming to Nippert Stadium. You are Mr. Cincinnati. So I do want to know, like, for the Oklahoma fans that are coming into town, like, what should they expect from the city of Cincinnati and from Nippert Stadium?
First of all, it's gonna be loud, of course. I don't think they probably think our stadium kind of small, but it feel like 100,000 out there. So I think they probably gonna most likely be surprised at how loud it is because it's synced down. So I think that's gonna be the biggest surprise for them.
It is it's a cool stadium because it is dug down into the ground like that. When you were younger and getting recruited and going to games, did you realize it was going to be that loud before you went there, or what was the first time that noise really hits you?
I think it was UCLA. And then when I first got there, I heard it outside, like just walking in. I'm like, yeah, this is very different than I expected. So since then, I'm like, yeah, this is a very different stadium.
So you grew up in Cincinnati. It's very special to you to be there. I'm sure there were plenty of people who reached out to you before this season and said, hey, Dontay, come play for us. What kept you in Cincinnati?
This loyalty, they gave me an opportunity to play here early in my high school recruiting. So I was like, I just got to return the favor. Then also I trust into John Cunningham, our athletic director. I believe in him. Then he hired Coach Satt. And then I met with Coach Satt, and he laid down the foundation. Then I listened to him. And then he did just that. He got a great coaching staff in. Coach Brown, our D coordinator, a great guy. He teach me more outside of football than football, but he also flexible for us as a defense. If we want to tweak something on what our assignment is, he'll listen, and then he'll go from there. So I feel like Coach Satt, I want to give credit to Coach Satt for bringing a great coaching staff in, like from the running back coach, like everyone. Like I'm close to every position coach, and it's just fun to show up to work every day. That type of vibe for me.
When you got to Cincinnati, they had a really veteran defensive line.
Yes, sir.
How much did you learn from that group now that you're the old guy?
I learned everything, and it's not even the defense in the whole. It was like AP who played for the coach. He was just telling me little things like when he was not getting the ball, like don't be selfish, just keep playing your role, and then you eventually get what you want. So I was like all them things, and then Des, like the whole team was just a great leadership for me, like just build me up. So when my time come, I can make a great example for everybody behind me.
Is this, starting this Big 12 journey for the university, how big is it for you guys? Because I sometimes players want to say it's just going to be another game, but I imagine for everybody around you, they're like, this is huge. Oklahoma's coming. It's a Big 12 game.
Yeah, for us, I feel like we want to just pay due for all the great teams that set us up to get here. But we also here to compete. We're not finna sit here and just sit back and just say Oklahoma come here. We're gonna compete every game. We're gonna try to earn our respect. That's something Coach Brown preached on every day during the offseason. They picked us 13 out of 14 in the Big 12. So we just out there gonna try to earn our respect every week.
So that offense they play for a guy like you. Now you are in the best shape of your life. We were talking about before. You said you got down from a high of 362. You're 318 right now. But when you're playing against an offense that moves that fast, how good a shape do you have to be in?
Great shape, but I feel like I'm very confident in our ability to stay in there during the tempo. Coach Nico, all them half gaps in the summer, I feel like it's really going to pay off this game to show how great our coaching, our strength coaches is. So I feel like we're going to accept that challenge and head on.
Now, I know we talked about you getting in shape, but we have to talk about the old days. We have to talk about because again, you're Mr. Cincinnati. You even have your own off-menu Skyline order. So I got a photo of your order here, and so your graphic is blocking. There we go. Okay, so I see the three-way. But the three-way is the side dish. So for those who've never been to Skyline Chili, the three-way is your pasta, your chili, and your cheese. What is the main course in this dish?
The Chilito. So in my Chilito, I'll put habanero cheese. Then I put French fries in there. Then then I think that's it really. And then the chili, obviously. So I started this in high school, and I just kept going on, like to the point that every time I came in, they already knew my order. That's how much I ordered it back in the day.
I was reading Justin Williams' great story on in the Athletic, and your mom said he would ask for $20 to go to Skyline, and I thought, who takes 20? Who needs $20 to go to Skyline?
Well, a big guy like me, I love to eat, so I was stressing my mom out at the time.
Well, and let's talk about your mom, because I heard you talking about her in another interview. It sounds like she really sacrificed a lot to help you get here. How she would work like 22-hour shifts, basically.
So my normal day in high school, like when I wake up, she's already gone from work, and then when I come back, she's already she's still at work basically. But she come home, but I'm still gonna be at like football practice. Then she gotta leave home again, so I rarely see her. Then she like miss half of my football games. But sometimes I'd be like, "Mom, just go home," because sometimes she want to like sacrifice her sleep to come watch me play. But I'd rather see her get sleep before, I don't want her to like be sick or anything like that. So I told her to go home. But like things like that motivate me. Like I can't complain about anything. Like it made me like think like if she's doing this, then I can run an extra gas, or like things like that. The little small things she taught me is like where I'm at today. That's my big motivation every day I wake up.
Now, obviously, the NFL scouts like you a lot. That you were first team All-American last year. What will it be like to be able to help her out once that day comes?
It's gonna mean everything. I mean, I accomplished my goal, like making her, proud, and making her like somewhere she don't got to work no more. That's really my dream, is just to see her just smile and happy every day, to not have to wake up and work 16 hours. So things like that is where it's gonna keep making me drive. So whenever that day comes, I will be happy. But I'm not really focused on the draft. I'm a Bearcat, so to answer that question, I'm not really, the draft not even in my mind right now.
You got Oklahoma coming into town. You play well against them. All the other stuff sort of takes care of itself. But yes, I know you also got some NIL stuff going on. I saw the ad for the Godfather pizza at Mio's. Now, you and my 14-year-old would get along really well, because this would be his order on a pepperoni, bacon, beef, and jalapeno. You like the spicy habanero cheese in your Cholito, jalapeno on your pizza.
Yes, sir. It's unique too. I don't think a lot of people ever order this, but it's something different. It's good. I've been ordering this for like 2 years in a row, like the straight same topping. So it's just something I like to eat on my pizza.
Well, see, I love this because a lot of these NIL deals, the guys have never been to the place, or they don't know what, they don't have a real plan for it. Like, this is your order. This is what you get.
Yes. So I think, that's what I think NIL should be for, like things like that, and that's something I cherish, because they didn't have to reach out to me. So that's just, I think they just did that to see like the loyalty I have for the city. Like small NIL deals I get is just like their thank you for me staying. So I take a good responsibility for it.
So when did all this stuff start? Like the NIL stuff, the NFL stuff, when did that start to really pile up? Was that early? Did it take a little while to get rolling?
I don't even know, because I don't really look into it. So yeah. I couldn't answer that question because I'm not really like looking for that right now.
How do you stay focused? How do you keep, because that's the thing that could distract anybody. Okay. It's yeah.
I made a tweet a couple months ago about agents reaching out to me. Like I told them like to really like leave me alone, sort of, because I got to focus on this year. It's a big year for me. So the last thing I'm worried about is the agent. So but I told him like, if you keep texting, I'm gonna block you. That's the type of thing I'm on, because I'm really blocked in the field. So
that's a good way to thin the crowd out for when you actually have to make that decision. So how much are you enjoying this? Because it sounds like you are laser focused on this season. Are you trying to kind of cherish each moment?
Yeah, especially because this game is a brutal game. You're not going to be out there every week. Injuries pile up. But for me, I'm a Cincinnati guy. Like, it's not a lot of people would say that and play for their own city and actually just stay there and stay loyal to their program no matter what. So I just take that, and I'm excited to show up to work every day.
So, all right, tell me, what does Cincinnati mean to you? Like when you talk about the city, what does it mean?
I just feel like it's the same, like it's like a second family to me. They, it's hardworking people, people that, came from the bottom like myself, had probably hard times when they was growing up, but they worked for everything they got. They were very loyal. They're going to support you no matter what, win, lose, or draw. Like, they're always going to be there for you. So I just feel like there's people they're just loyal like me. So I just feel like we got a lot of stuff in common, and it's something different. I feel like a lot of people probably overlook Cincinnati all the time, but if you come here, it's a beautiful city. So I feel like a lot of people should visit here.
It is. That's what the first time you drive in and you see the bluffs and the Bengals Stadium up there, and then the area where UC is awesome. That's one of those things that I wonder, like when you host recruits from out of town, are they surprised at how cool that environment is?
Well, I don't host nobody.
No, but you're the billboard, man. You're Mr. Cincinnati.
For me, I'm gonna come in like to do the Q&A. Like we did like a little Q&A, then they asked us questions. We did stuff like that, but I don't host no recruit. There's no offense, but I just don't do it. But if they need me, far as like reaching out to a player or anything else, they know I got their back. Like Jack and them doing a great job in recruiting, since they got here and there. And I love them all. So if anything they need, I always got them.
See, I like the honesty. I like the brutal honesty. How does that work in your daily life? Because you're just like, nope, I'm focused on this. Leave me alone, agents. I'm not hosting recruits. Like this is how things are going to be.
Yes, because this is how I've always been. I was always a quiet guy, always to myself outside of football. And Coach Nico and them got me more vocal this year. I give my hats out to them, Coach Brown and Coach Sadigan. They challenged me to be a leader this year. I was always a guy that I will lead, but like I will lead in the back, sort of like if somebody mess up, I will go to them and then explain it. But now I'm being more outside of my shell, just talking in general, calling people out.
Is that hard to do at first, to speak up and everybody's looking at you?
Yeah, it was like it's probably the hardest thing I ever did. And then Coach Nico actually like opened my eye. He was like, he put so much extra work in after practice. Like they see that and they respect how hard you work, so they're gonna listen. So when I heard that, it just opened my eyes. Like, yeah, they have to listen because I'm leading by example. So when he told me that, it's like it got more easier to me.
Well, and I was thinking about what you said earlier about your mom being the example for you, and now you're an example for other people. Like, how much duty do you feel to those young teammates to show them how it's supposed to look and how you're supposed to work?
I feel like it's everything to me because I don't want them to go down the wrong path or see somebody leading by the wrong example. And I want them to be like in a better position than I am right now. So I just want them to be. So when they start a player, I don't want them to be selfish. I just want them to be a team player like I am. Just put the team first. Nobody bigger than the team. So I try to put that into the youth head. So hopefully they listen. So when I leave, hopefully one day they can just keep the train going.
Now, have you ever gotten any of them to order a Chilito with the fries in it?
Yeah, first it started off with the fans. They started doing. I'm like, okay, and then my teammates, they get it on the usual. Like that's usually a couple of my teammates like usual order when they go to Skyline now. They just always take a picture and send it to me. So that's funny you said that.
So it's interesting. So the Chilito, for those who've never been to Skyline, is a chili burrito, like a chili cheese burrito, basically, and the fries in it. That's because you think about like you go to Chipotle or one of those places, they put rice in it, so you get you get your carbs, but the fries as the carb.
Yeah, that's next level. Yeah, there's definitely a difference.
I see that I can't wait to see as you go forward. You need your own line of food product. Like I know Skyline, they have the stuff that they'll put in the grocery store freezer. Like they just need to have the Godfather as something you can buy and make in their microwave.
Yeah, we got to stay tuned on that. Hopefully, I keep working hard so I can get that opportunity.
I think if you keep it up, you will definitely get it. Dontay, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for watching. Just a reminder, subscribe to this channel right here so you never miss an episode of Andy Staples on 3. And oh, by the way, watch all the other great videos on the On3 Sports YouTube channel.